was another piece I wanted to pick up, because something I say to people all the time, and I'm not sure that everyone necessarily believes me in quite the way that you do, and that is how much I welcome users back on their experience with the product. And for me, it's very simple. Right? StratNavApp was born out of my own frustration. I had all the same frustrations that caused you to come looking for and to recognize when you found it. And that was, I was sitting there thinking, we're all still using PowerPoint the same way as we had been sort of almost 30 years ago. We had a tool whose greatest virtue was it could make your strategy look pretty. And so StratNavApp was born out of that frustration, but it was born out of my, predominantly my experience. And as you've quite rightly pointed out, strategy itself is a team sport, and StratNav benefits from more input. And a classic case in point, as you mentioned, the meeting facility within the tool. Now, I kind of put it in there because I felt it needed it, and it was kind of like a necessary burden within the tool. That was where I looked. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, I'm a strategy guy, right? I deal in strategy frameworks, meetings. They're just something that needs to happen. And I remember the first time you said, Chris, you could make the meeting thing a tool in its own right. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I was a bit dismissive. I was thinking, no, I'm a serious strategy guy. This is something else that's going on there. But reflecting on it, and you've said it to me several times, and eventually I started paying attention and started realizing actually that, and it probably comes back to your point about change happens through people, and strategy happens through people. And increasingly realize that, as a consultant, I really do two things. And one is I talk to people, and the other one is I read documents. And of the two, the talking to people is probably the more interesting and more likely to generate insight. And so getting to the point where StratNav can now support and process those meetings has become a game changer for me, because now I can focus on the conversation, knowing that the tool and the AI within the tool is going to do all of the grunt work. That the part about meetings that no one likes, the AI is going to do, and the part of meetings which is the enjoyable and value add part, which is the interhuman exchange of ideas. You have more time as a consultant to focus on, knowing that the tool is going to. You changed my mind on that.